Hey everybody, Jon Boroughs with AlarmSystemStore.com, and we're back with another video on the Honeywell Vista series control panels. In this video, we're going to show you how to hook up that keypad and how to do your zone programming for the alarm panel that we already hooked the devices to in the previous video. So let's go back over to the tech room and to the control panel on the wall over there and see how it's done. Let's take a stroll over. Alright guys, here we are at the panel on the wall, and as you see, it's still hooked up basically how we had it last time, except for this one addition here. Let me zoom in on it so you can see. We went ahead and put a resistor here on zone 1 because that does require a resistor. We didn't put resistors on the rest of the zones. As you can see here, I got the door back on the panel. Basically what we're going to do here is we're going to wire the keypad in so that we can program the system. Let me zoom back in on it here. Don't want to get too close, but alright, on your Vista board, your keypad terminals are terminals 4, 5, 6, and 7. So basically we'll take this wire here that we have coming off of our keypad, as you can see on the front panel here. We will take these and hook them into 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, terminal 4 is your negative, terminal 5 is your positive, and then you have your green and yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen these up first here. Just these two power terminals so we can get the wires under. I'll probably do them one at a time. So loosen up 4 where we got the power for the motion in. And stick your keypad power wire, negative power wire in there. Screw it back down. Then we'll unhook the positive, which is terminal 5. We've got our positive wire from our motion running into this one as well. So just go ahead and make sure we don't knock it out. Tighten that back down after we put the positive wire for the keypad in there. And then 6 is going to be your green data wire for your keypad. So we'll loosen that up, stick the green wire in there, tighten it down. And then we have terminal 7, which is your yellow data wire for your keypad. Stick that in there. Tighten it back down. Alright, now if you'll bear with me here just a second, I'm going to plug this in. So I shall return momentarily. Okay, as you can see, we plugged it in. You will get a busy standby message when you first power it up. This is our first keypad we hook into the system, so we'll have to address it. Hold down the 1 and 3 keys and then you will get con address equals, and on most keypads it's set at 00 until you address them. This is going to be 16. 16 is the address of your primary keypad on the system. This is a 6160. It's an alphanumeric keypad. We suggest this at least having one of these on the system to program the system with. If not, if you use like a 6150, it's a straight, like a fixed numeric keypad, you won't be able to see all the things in your programming sections. So what we're going to do is busy standby still being displayed. We have to wait till that goes away. And we're starting fresh with this panel. I went ahead and defaulted it back to factory defaults. So we'll have a fresh, clean slate to work with. Now, when we get into programming, there will be factory defaults set for some of the first few zones, but we can change those. As you see, we now have disarmed fire trouble 01. You're going to get a fault for all your zones, basically, unless you have a resistor ran across them. We have the first 3 zones basically wired to door contacts and motion sensors. So, and we haven't set the programming, and that's why we're getting faults. It's nothing with our wiring. To go into programming, you type in 4112800. Now the 4112 is the default factory installer code, and the 800 lets it know that you want to go into programming. The first thing you'll see when you get into programming is installer 20. That is the first programming section it lands on when it gets into programming. Now you can change your installer code here, and if you wanted to, you'll just hit *20 and then enter in another 4-digit number like 4113. Keypad will ding, let you know you did a good job. So our new installer code is 4113. That you do want to change your installer code from the default, because a lot of thieves do their homework and a lot of them will know what the default codes for your alarm system are, basically. So, you definitely want to change that. Now, the first programming section what we're going to do in this video is we're going to program in the entry exit delays and the zone information. So the first one is your exit delay, how much time it's going to take you to get out of the buildings, and that's stored in *34. You'll see exit delay 1-2. The reason why it says 1-2 is Vista 20P is a 2-partition system, so therefore the 1-2. We're only going to be using partition 1. What you will do here is you will type in a number of seconds from 0 to 99. I want my exit delay to be 30 seconds. So you type in 30. That takes care of partition 1, but to get out of this programming field, you're going to have to enter in 00 for partition 2. We're not using partition 2, so we don't need a value there. If you were using partition 2, though, you'd put 30 for partition 1 and then, maybe 45 for partition 2. The next section you'll see here that automatically comes up is section *35. Now, if this didn't automatically come up, you just hit *35. But it's here already, and it's waiting for data to be input. This is entry delay 1. And this is how much time it is going to take you to come into the building and disarm the system. Since we've got an exit delay of 30, 30 seems reasonable for me to come in as well. So type in 30 for partition 1. For partition 2, we're not going to use it, so type in 00. Keypad will ding to let you know you did a good job. The next thing that pops up here is entry 2 delay, which is *36 in programming. We're not going to use entry delay 2, but the thing is, entry delay 1 and entry delay 2, 2 different delay times. So basically, if you've got one door that's closer to the keypad than another door, and you use both those doors, you can set a different delay time for those. So we're not going to do anything here. The next section we got to go to is zone programming. So your zone programming section is at *56. First thing you'll see when you enter in the zone programming section is set to confirm. 0 for no and 1 for yes. Set to confirm is mostly used for wireless devices. We are not working with wireless devices today, so we'll hit no. The next thing that you'll see is enter zone number 00 equals quit. That's how you exit zone programming, basically. And what we're going to do is we've got zones 1, 2, and 3 wired with devices. So it's already displaying 01. So you can hit star to continue into 01, or you can type in 01, hit star, and it will go into zone 1. First thing you see in every zone is its zone summary. This tells you everything that is in that zone. You've got your zone number 1, ZT, which is zone type 09, part P is partition 1, RC is report code 10, hardwire type is EOL. Now zone 1 on a Vista system is always an EOL. You will not be able to do zone 1 without having an end of the line resistor. So now we see everything that's in zone 1. We hit star to continue into the next section of this zone, which is zone type. Now on zone 1, we wired in a door contact, and we want this door to be an exit entry delay. So for that, we type in 01 zone type, and you'll see it displayed here, entry exit 1. That means either entering or leaving, we have a delay on that door. So you hit star to continue on to the next bit of zone information. What partition is this door going to be on? You'll see it here, a partition. Everything, as I said, is going to be on partition 1. You already have a 1 displayed, so hit star to continue. The next thing that comes up is report code. Report code is basically, If you're having this system call out to yourself, maybe on your cell phone, your wife's cell phone, through the use of the pager slots and programming, you will put a 10 here. The 10 makes it call out. And also, if it's calling out for central station monitoring service, you want to have a 10 in here. Most of the time, it will start out factory default on the first couple of zones to say first 01, second 00. You add those two together, it makes it a 10. So, you know, it's for general purposes here, we'll type in 01, 00, and then you will see the 10 being displayed over here. Now, sometimes when you change the report code and type in 0100, you will see an A0. Same thing as a 10. A is this basically the alpha character that stands for the digit 1. So hit start to continue on. Response time. Response time is how long it takes the device to interact with the main panel. And most devices are response time 1. Some devices will require a different response time. There's not a lot that do, but there are some, and you will be told in that device's installation sheet if you need to set this differently. So we've got it on 1, that's right. Hit start to continue. Next thing you'll see is the summary again. Now, you know, this is just basically so you can double check yourself, read back all the information you just input, hit start to move on. And the last part of a zone's programming section is program alpha. 0 for no, 1 for yes. Program alpha, if you have an alpha numeric display keypad, is very useful because you can label your zones. If you have a fault on a zone or an alarm on a zone, it will display like kitchen window 01 or what have you. So you can program those in. And we're not going to do those now. I'll take you through that. A really easy way to do that in another video, but for now we're just going to hit 0 for no. And it will go back to enter zone number. And if you're, we're going to do zone 2, it already displays 02 as you can see right here. So it just kind of basically, it moves you along. So we'll hit star to go into zone 2. And once again, you see your zone summary here. Tells you everything that's in that zone. We'll hit star to move on. In zone 2, we wired a window contact. And here, we don't want it to be an entry-exit delay. We want it whenever somebody opens a window, when the system's armed, it instantly sets it off. So we're going to put in a 03 zone type, which is a perimeter. A perimeter just means an instant. So you'll hear it referred to both ways. You know, an instant zone type or a perimeter zone type, they're the same thing. That means you can put these on door, you can make a door a perimeter or a window a perimeter. This means as soon as it is opened, it instantly trips the system. So hit start to continue on. Ask you again for partition. This device is on partition 1, already has 1 displayed here. So hit start to continue. And back to your report code. We are going to have this panel call out, so we want to see a 10 displayed over here or an A0. Just type in 01, 00, and hit star to move forward. Now here is something you did not see on zone 1. It asks for hardwire type. Hardwire type is, you know, on zones 2 and up, you can make it use a resistor or not. And these door and window contacts are normally closed. So we're going to put in 1 for that, which changes that to normally closed. That means you do not have to use a resistor on that zone. Hit start to continue. Ask for the response time. Once again, 1 is fine. Hit start to continue. Back to your zone summary so you can double check. Star again. Program alpha, we're not going to do that in this video, so hit 0. And then it moves on to zone number 3. So we'll go into zone number 3. Back to our summary. Zone number 3, we wired a motion sensor. And here we're going to put a different zone type. So move past the summary by hitting star. Ask you for zone type. On motion sensors on a Vista system, there are 2 different types of zone types you can use. We're going to make this an 04, which is an interior follower. Interior follower on a motion set tells the system, hey, if somebody comes through a delay door, go ahead, motion sensor, and follow that delay. Do not instantly trip. If someone comes in any other way besides a delay door and walks in front of that motion, it's instantly going to set the system off. The other zone type you can use for motion detectors is a zone type 10, an interior with delay. And that's useful if you have all motion sensors on your hardwired Vista system and no door contacts. You can set the motion sensor that is next to your entry-exit door that you go in and out of the most. And instead of opening and closing the door to tell the system you left, walking in front of that motion will tell the system that you are leaving. So it will allow the panel to arm in away mode. So we are going to do an interior follower, like I said. Type in 04 for interior follower, hit star to continue, ask for partition. Of course it's partition 1, hit star. Report code, we want to make this a 10, so type in 0100, hit star. Hardwire type, this motion sensor is a normally closed, just like your door and window contacts. Now you will have some that'll have normally closed and normally open in a common. You can wire it either way, however you want to do it, but this is going to be a normally closed. So we'll type in 1, hit star. Response time, 1 again is fine for this motion sensor. So hit star. Back to your zone summary. Double check yourself. Now, if you double check yourself and you see that you've done something wrong in here, you can always hit the pound key to move backwards. So from the summary, we hit pound key, it moved us back to response time. Hit pound again, back to the hardwire type. So in programming your zones, star moves you forward and pound moves you back. Then after the zone summary, you'll have the program alpha. Not going to do that here. Hit 0. And then it goes back to enter zone number. We don't have any more zones to program, so type in 00 to quit. Now, this is going to beep after I exit programming because I have the back plate off of the motion and I do not have my magnets touching my door contacts, but I will show you what happens here in just a second. Okay, it says disarmed. Hit star for faults. Fault 01, 2, and 3. So I will go ahead and put everything back together and show you what it looks like when the faults are cleared. All right, I put the cover back on the motion and the magnets up against the 2 contacts, one for the door, one for the window. And as you see here, it says disarmed, ready to arm. And that's what you should have if you successfully wired and programmed your panel. Now, when I take this contact here and remove the magnet, you will see I get a fault. When the panel is disarmed and anything is open or people are moving in front of the motion detectors, you will get a fault condition. If the system's armed and that happens, the alarm and siren will go off. So just like I said try this one, fault 02. So basically we've wired the panel correctly, programmed the panel correctly. In our next video, we will show you how to go about programming the alpha descriptors for each zone through a programming section called Star 82. And join me for that one. Thanks for being here with me for this video, and look forward to doing another one for you. You guys have a great day. All right, that's how you do the delay programming and the zone programming on a Honeywell Vista panel. If you have any questions about this, you can call us at 888-811-0727. Choose option number 2 on the menu, and our technicians will be glad to help you out. We also have a Quickstart programming guide. If you go to our website, www.alarmsystemstore.com, and choose the support knowledge base option in the top right hand of our website. You can go into the Honeywell section and then the Vista Series panel section and choose the Quickstart guide there. That will help you out a lot with the programming. Matter of fact, we give these out to just about everybody who buys a Vista system off of us, and it has been a great help to a lot of them. Be sure to join us next time. We're going to be doing the alpha descriptor programming on our next video for zone descriptions. And until then, we'll see you. You guys have a great day. This is Jon Boroughs with AlarmSystemStore.com.